All right, the next benefit we're going to talk about today is Colonial Life's accident plan. One of the reasons that people decide to offer Colonial Life for their employees is because of high deductibles associated with their health insurance, maybe co-insurance, just generally expenses that people don't expect to have to pay what I consider to be out of pocket, which unfortunately I think that term is really trivialized based on what people go through, because really it's not out of pocket, it's out of savings, right? About 50% of working Americans don't have $1,000 saved up in their bank account to take care of expenses that they have to deal with when they're dealing with an injury. And so our accident plan's tremendous because it pays cash benefits directly to offset those costs. And those benefits get paid directly to the policyholder or to their families. And coverage is available to individuals and families, and that's whether you have one kid or five kids. And one of the great things about the accident plan is that no matter what it is that you're looking for coverage for the individual or the family, it's a set price. So for those five kids to be covered, it's between $9 and $10 a week. For an individual, this plan's very inexpensive, anywhere from $3 to $5 a week. The other key to this plan is that it's what we call guarantee issue. So up to age 80 in most states, as long as you can pay the premiums, you can get this benefit without any health questions being asked. So I'll give you an example of how the accident benefit works. What you're seeing on the screen is a sample of our individual preferred accident plan. And it shows a really nice story about Milo, who gets hurt on the playground. And this is something that, as parents, myself included, we deal with. But in this example, Milo was running on the playground and he tripped and injured his hand. So you think, okay, we're going to go to the emergency room and get it checked out. Well, there's a lot that goes along with that I think we oftentimes don't think about. The urgent care visit, the diagnostic procedure, the laceration, the medical equipment, and then any follow-up doctor's visits. So think about what the toll that takes on a family, money and time-wise. Now, the benefits that Colonial are going to pay, $125 for that emergency room visit, $30 for the x-ray, another $30 paid for the laceration, even though there were no stitches, still got payment for that. $375 for the fractured hand, $30 for the splint, and then a total of $165 for the follow-up visits to make sure that his hand was okay. So in this example, $755 were paid out to Milo. Now, I'll give you my own personal example that was similar to this for myself. I cut my finger in the kitchen, cutting some food last year. Very similar as far as having to go to the hospital, having to get stitches, all the things that came with it. Colonial paid me about $800. Now, unfortunately, with my health insurance, I have a $5,000 deductible. So I'm considered a high deductible plan that's designed to make my premiums less, but when something happens, I owe more out of pocket. So the money that I got from Colonial, I turned around and paid right back to the provider. So in some cases, you might be paying it back to the provider, but in others, you might get paid a little bit more for treatment, and then you can take that money and use it however you like. So the example on the left-hand side of this page shows a more serious accident, but goes into Olivia, who was driving to the store and she got into a car accident. So in this case, there was the ambulance visit. There were diagnostic procedures. There's hospital admission and surgery, physical therapy, and follow-up doctor's visits. In this instance, there was a payment for the ambulance that was covered for what was charged. There was the automobile accident injury benefit, accident emergency treatment, x-ray, medical imaging study, hospital admission of $1,000, 3 days in the hospital paid $750. A thigh fracture was $4,400. Surgery, medical equipment, follow-up visits, and 8 days of physical therapy. So in this instance, the accident plan paid $7,765 And that, in my case, would have covered my deductible completely. Right. So it's designed to help soften the blow of what your major medical does not cover. But what I love about the benefit is it's low cost and the fact that it has a wide range of benefits that you can see in front of you that are covered. And everything from a small cut to something major to broken bones to overnight stays in the hospital. Keep in mind, this may vary slightly based on the level of plan that you choose, whether it's a basic, preferred, or premier, and it may vary by state. But generally speaking, a low cost plan that has a massive positive impact for the individuals and families that use it.